Hello everyone, my name is Terry.
And I'm Angel.
And we're here today to share with you a whole food plant-based soup. As you guys know, I suffered from high cholesterol, which has been drastically reduced through a whole food plant-based diet. I've suffered from high blood pressure, which again has been drastically reduced through a whole food plant-based diet. And I've actually started to reverse my coronary heart disease, which I'm just thrilled to death about. So my wife has this original recipe soup that we're going to share with you, and I am excited because it's going to be the first time I'm tasting it.
And me too.
I'm just excited to get started. So honey, why don't you let us know what we're going to do?
All right, perfect. So what I do, and the reason Terry said this is an original recipe for soup, is because we buy all kinds of stuff at the produce store. We have such a great time at the produce store because we have a produce store that we go to and we feel like we're stealing, right? You can buy all this stuff for $1 or $2, whatever. We walk out of there with 4 or 5 gigantic bags and it's $25.
And like, start the car, start
the car, right? Like the IKEA commercial. So at the end of the week, I want to make sure that we don't waste any of our beautiful vegetables, because while I try to plan our week, a lot of times when I'm at the produce store, I get excited. Ooh, look at this, look at that, and I put it in my cart and we bring it home. So it is the end of a long week, and I said, you know what? I'm going to whip up one of my soups in my Instant Pot because it's so easy. So what I did is I had a butternut squash. I cut it up, and I usually don't measure, but for y'all, I'll do anything. So this is probably about 4.5 cups of butternut squash. Chop it any way you want to. It doesn't have to be small. Dump it in my Instant Pot. I also found a sweet potato. And this is just stuff I found as I was digging through my stuff, what's looking like it's seen better days. This is about 2.5 cups. This is a 2 cup, so let's call it 2.5 to 3 cups of a sweet potato. And again, I just chunked it up. It took me a minute. I found an apple that was getting a little bit soft, so this is 1 apple. It was a big apple, so I'll call this 1.5 cups or something. Chunk it up. And then 1 onion. Again, when you make soup in an Instant Pot, you don't have to chop stuff up because you just dump it in there. So this is 1 pretty large-ish Vidalia onion. And I love garlic, so I just pulled some garlic off the clove, and however many went into my hand is however many I did. So if I count these, it was 6 and now it's 5. So 5, throw that away, honey, thank you. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of lemon juice because my lemon started to get soft. So I said, oh, well, lemon juice, that's cool. So I'll just put the juice of 1, I've seen better days, lemons, right? And put that in there really quickly. Lemon juice, a little bit tangy, I love it. And then today, I didn't have chickpeas on bed, so let me just be clear. A lot of times in this soup, I want the soup to be creamy. I do not feed Terry nuts because they have fat in them. Nuts are fine for people that do not have cardiovascular disease, but for Terry, we really stick away from the fats, right?
Exactly.
Terry used to eat a lot of almonds because they're great food to eat as a snack.
1/2 cup of peanut butter a day. I mean, I just love peanuts.
Absolutely, but we don't do that. But I still want the soup to be creamy. So what I'm gonna do today, instead of putting 1/2 cup of cashews in, which is what you do in a lot of these types of soups that are plant-based, because of Terry, I'm going to put 1/2 cup of chickpeas in here because chickpeas make everything creamy. Think about how creamy hummus is and stuff. So I'm going to go with 1/2 cup of chickpeas today.
And these are chickpeas that we can ourselves, and we may have talked about that on one of our other segments. So we take the chickpeas, and Angel soaks them overnight, and we actually cook them and jar them ourselves, or can them ourselves. Yeah. I think it should be called jarring, but it's canning. But anyways,
and it's fun.
Exactly.
I love doing it.
You can't get any fresher than this if you can them yourself.
So as you all know from watching Terry and I love this better than Bullion, low sodium vegetable base. In love with this. It's my favorite.
Costco.
That's right, Costco, and it's cheap. I think $5 something. So I just put about 2 tablespoons in here because I know it's going to be a pretty big pot of soup. And I might keep that. So I'm gonna put, because I want this to be a little bit sweet. It's got the butternut squash and it has the sweet potatoes and the apple. So I'm gonna put a 1/4 cup of maple syrup, and because we love it so much.
One more?
No, that's a 1/4 cup.
Then you want to have one more?
No. So, Terry loves sweet stuff, as you can tell. And so when you taste this, because we haven't tasted it yet, we're all gonna taste it together. When he tastes this, if he wants it sweeter, he can just put a little dollop of this on the top. It's just that simple. So what I was thinking, honey, as I was running through this in my head, is that we would put some cinnamon in it.
Okay.
Right? What do you think?
That sounds like a
so
good
let's call it 2.5 teaspoons. And some allspice, because I love the smell.
Smells good.
So,
It smells like a seasonal type of.
Yeah, almost yummy. This could be good for Thanksgiving or something. So that was probably about 3/4 of a teaspoon. And then some fresh cracked pepper, just to balance it out. So I think you could tell I'm trying to do a little bit sweet and a little bit savory. The savory, the onions and the garlic will help it be savory. And then the sweet would be the cinnamon and the maple syrup and the allspice and the things and the apple to bring it all together. And then this helps to balance it all out, the better than bouillon. Then
and it's kind of cool because Angel is so creative, and you can get creative with your own combinations of savory and fruit and vegetable, and kind of come up with your own recipe. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, because you know what, Terry and I have learned over the years, to your point, that we like our butternut squash soup a little bit sweet. Where some people like it a little bit savory. But this is the cool thing about making soups, is you can throw anything in here. Sometimes I have cauliflower going bad. I'll throw it in here and make cream of cauliflower or whatever. So I have 6 cups of water in here. We'll see how much fits in my Instant Pot. And wow, how about that?
Perfect.
That's pretty good. So this is what this looks like. It's all chunky, ready to go. I'm gonna put my lid on, and I'm thinking 40 minutes on high pressure will do it. So not that I can see here.
And Angel is the Instant Pot queen, for those of you who don't know. She's unbelievable with Instant Pot.
So, oh, thank you, honey. You're my biggest fan.
You are.
So 40 minutes on high pressure, and then Terry and I are gonna come back and show you how we're gonna make this creamy, and then we'll taste it together. And believe me, if we don't like it, we're gonna tell you we don't like it or what it's missing. So see you soon.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Hello everyone. We're back.
Yay! So we the time has elapsed by 54 minutes because you get busy in your day, and it's okay. One thing I think that is great about this is that you can put stuff in your Instant Pot early in the morning and it can go for hours and hours and hours and hours. It doesn't matter how many hours, it'll just keep counting down, and when you open it, it'll be warm. So, you know, we set this for 40 minutes, took some time to get up to pressure, cooked for 40 minutes, and now it's been off for 54, 55 minutes. So with that, I'm gonna make sure there's no pressure left in here. It did a slow release, that's fine. And now we'll take the lid off, see? Ooh, yummy. So it really looks, I wanna be really careful here, but it looks the same, it's just kind of, but it smells incredible.
Delicious.
Oh my gosh. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take an immersion blender, and I'm just gonna stick it in here, and I'm gonna make creamy soup out of this.
While Angel's doing that, you know, this is just such an amazing road for us that we've taken with this whole food plant-based way of living, and just really discovering different foods and rediscovering some of the old foods that we used to eat, but with a lot more flavor, with a lot more intensity, with a lot more just variety in the way we combination with different meals and different foods and so on and so forth. So it's really been great. As you guys know, my cholesterol levels have just drastically been reduced by just eating and living healthy. And we are just so enthralled and enthusiastic and just so excited to be able to come into each and everyone's household to kind of share with you what we've had such a great success with. And again, I owe it all to my wife. I love her more than life itself. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't be in such great tip-top athletic condition that I'm in. So again, I owe it to my wife. She's just been amazing and just a true angel to me. So
thank you, honey.
That looks so good. Oh
and just think about it.
That looks so good.
I'm gonna get years and years and years and years, more and more and more, right?
Absolutely.
So this is smelling amazing.
Delicious.
And it's really creamy at this point. I had that on low. You could do it a little bit quicker, but Terry was talking, but as you can see, it's nice and creamy and soupy, and it smells so good. So we're gonna try it in these little bowls to start with. There you go, honey.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you. And we'll see if we like it, because we don't want to put it in a big bowl. If we don't, we promise that we're going to tell you the truth. We'll like it, because let me tell you, if it tastes anything like it smells. So what I thought, sorry I made a little mess on your bowl there, honey.
It's okay.
See if it's sweet enough. I have some syrup here. Oh, wait, I want to put a little dash of cinnamon on the top, because I like cinnamon. And we'll put that on there. So let's taste.
Okay.
Salud.
Salud.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect.
This is
doesn't need any additional syrup, anything. It's perfect.
This is incredible.
Yummy, yummy for your tummy.
Oh my goodness.
You guys have to make this tonight. You got to make this tonight. This is unbelievable.
That's delicious. You don't have to add anything. Nothing. I was thinking you could put a dollop of the oil-free hummus on top if you wanted, or this, but this doesn't need anything. So let me show you quickly. In preparation, I was thinking if we liked it with our big ladle, because it's so good. Little ladle when I was unsure, but big ladle now. And this is what, the smell of this is just, I am not very gracious here, honey.
That's okay. That's all right.
I am making a big mess, but I want to show you what dinner is going to look like. The most delicious and savory soup and salad. Our favorite go-to salad.
Absolutely.
Right, honey?
Absolutely.
My honey made this for me with our broccoli sprouts and this soup. This is incredible. So this is what
Look at these portions. Look at these portions.
Oh yeah, this is incredible. And if you want more, go back for more, but just make sure you have the same amount of salad as you do soup. This is an incredible dinner. Thank you so much, honey, for helping me.
You're welcome.
Now we have a new recipe that we can use. Oh, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Love you.
Hi, everyone.
Everybody. We're back. So we just finished dinner, and it was so good. And over dinner, we had realized that we got so excited when we tasted that soup because it was a brand new recipe that we got so pumped up and fired up that we did not explain to you what it tasted like or try to describe. And we had to come back and tell you because we really want you to try it. Okay, I'm not joking.
You can't miss out on this opportunity. It's unbelievable.
You cannot. So I wrote down a couple of facts about the cashews and the chickpeas because what I didn't tell you is that it was so creamy. And like I had said earlier, with whole food plant-based eating, a lot of times when you do that, people will use cashews either in their cheese sauce or whatever it is that they're trying to make creamy. It's a great idea and it's absolutely delicious. It is not good for my sweetie with his coronary artery disease and all of that we're reversing. So forget it. So I will sometimes try to substitute things. And so with this recipe, like I had told you earlier, I substituted a half a cup of cashews for a half a cup of chickpeas or garbanzo beans, whatever you want to call them. And I looked it up. There is 32 grams of fat in a half a cup of cashews.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Oh my God.
And 6.5 grams of saturated fat. And there's 2 grams of fiber and 8 grams of protein. So the protein and the fiber are great. In the chickpeas or the garbanzo beans, whatever you want to call them, there's 2.4 grams of fat. Because we do get fat in our diet, but it's that natural fat.
Healthy fat, right?
Yeah. And then fiber, well, yeah. Okay. Fiber is 7 grams compared to 2, because we do not get enough fiber in our diets. We do now, but we didn't before when we were eating animal products. And there's 8 grams of protein. So the protein in the cashews is equal to the protein in the chickpeas. And those chickpeas made that so creamy.
So creamy. And it was the sweet and the savory and the creamy. I've never tasted anything like it.
So, and it wasn't, I was afraid that it would be a little bit overly sweet, because I'll go a little bit more on the savory side and Terry will go a little bit more on the sweet side. And this was almost right down the middle. It didn't taste like dessert. It tasted like dinner, and it was almost comfort foody.
Right.
So the apples and the onion, yeah, and the garlic, and then the sweet potato and the butternut squash, and all of that coming together with the Better Than Bullion and whatever else. It was so good. So please try it. Try it with the garbanzo beans. You'll cut out all that fat and saturated fat and live a long, healthy life with your sweetie.
Absolutely. And I guarantee you'll love it. You will absolutely love it. So.
Thank you. I'm glad you loved it.
Thanks, honey.
All right.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.